In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at counting the number of paths to go through a diagram. So this is the diagram here, and this is the start point, and this is the finish point. And you're generally, for these, given some kind of instructions about how you're allowed to move or not allowed to move. So this one, it says how many paths are there to go from the start point to the finish point, and you're only allowed to move north or up, and you're only allowed to move west or to the left. So north is generally, the convention is up the page, and west is to the left. So for example, if I'm going from this point to well, let's say that point there, I can't come up here, and then go to the right and then over there. I'm only allowed to go to the left, and I'm only allowed to go up. Now you can do something like this. That's possible too. So there's a lot of paths to go from here to here. So let's start with a smaller problem first. So let's say that these four rectangles were the entire grid. So how many ways can I go from this point to this point? So we could trace them if the diagram is fairly small. So for example, that's one way. I could go up here and then to the left. Okay, that's possible too. I could do like a diagonal thing like this. That's a third way. And then I could go here, up here, and then to the left. And there's a couple more. Okay, so we could go here, and then one last one like that. Now, this is kind of getting drawn on top, so what I did was I redrew a copy of all of those, and so it's easier to count that there are 6 ways. Okay, so we know from this point to this point there are 6 different paths. So what I'm going to do now is, so if we were starting right here, if I were to go to this point right here, there's only one way to get to that point. So I'm going to put a 1 by that corner. To get to that point there, there's only one way as well. I could just go up. Okay, so one way to here, one way to here. Now to get to this point here, there's 2 ways. I can come from here, or I can come this way. For that point right there, the only way to get to that point from the start is to go up here. There's only one way to get there. And remember, like for example, I can't come over here to the left, go up, and then come back to the right. Okay, so there's only one way to get to that point from here along the right side of the diagram here. Now this point right here would be a 3, because to go from the start to there, okay, again we can trace it, so that's one way. That's 2, and then the third way would be to go like this. Now this point down here, there's only one way to get from the start to there, and it's along the bottom of the diagram. Remember, you're not allowed to come up, go left, and then come back down. Okay. This point right here, similar to that one, is a 3, because that's one way. That would be 2, and then I could come like this. That would be a third way. And we already counted up here that that's a 6. So you may start to see a pattern here. So if you take a look at the numbers here, notice that that's a 2, because in this rectangle, this 1 and this 1 add to 2. That the 2 ones on the other diagonal add to that number. That's a 3, because in this little rectangle here, the 2 from this corner and the 1 from this corner add to 3. This is a 3 right here, because this 1 and this 2 add to 3, and that's a 6 because this 3 and this 3 add to 6. So you see, it would be virtually impossible to draw all the paths to go from here, because there are hundreds of them. So that's why I wanted these little examples to show how that's how we get the numbers. That's how we count the numbers. So let's start putting some other numbers on the diagram. This would be a 1 here, because the only way to get to that point from the start is to go straight up. Remember, you're not allowed to go, now you can go to the left, and you can go up, but you can't go back to the right. Okay, so only one way to get there. You see, if that's a 1, then this would have to be a 1 here on the side. And same idea with this one up here. The only way to get to that corner is to go straight up the side. So that's a 1. Now this point right here is a 4, because in this rectangle here, see the 3 in this corner and the 1 in this corner add to 4, and then this one here, 4 and 1 add to 5, so that's a 5 there. So let's do the bottom of the diagram. You see, this is a 1 here. Remember, you're not allowed to come down, so I can't get to there by coming along here and then going down. So along the bottom, these are all 1s, because the only way to get them to those points is to come straight along here, and then that one's also 1 there. So this point right here, so using this little rectangle here, 1 and 3 add to 4. This point right here is a 1 because remember you can't go up here and then come back down. So if this is a 1 here, see there's no rectangle here. I'm not adding the 1 and 4 to get that. So if that's a 1, then this is still a 1 here. In this rectangle here, looking at this 1 here and this 1 here, that would add to 2. And then in this little rectangle here, 1 and 2 add to 3. So we put a 3 there. So let's do the numbers along here next. So for this point right here, this 4 and this 6 on that diagonal would add to 10. For this point right here, now these are both 1s, so I think technically it's this 1 you're adding to this 10 because that's the full rectangle, but those are, you know, if you looked at that, it would be the same thing. So 1 and 10 add to 11. For this point, you're looking at just this little rectangle here. So 2 and 11 add to 13. And for this rectangle, for that point, this 3 from this corner and 13 add to 16. And then for that one, you're looking in the whole rectangle, this 1 and this 16 add to 17. So let's do up the side here a few of these here. So this point right here, remember you can't come back down. So if this is a 6 right here, the only way to get to that point is to come through one of these 6 patterns or paths. So that's also a 6. This one up here, now again, kind of like what we did down here, these are both 6s, but technically to get that point you're looking at this whole rectangle, so it's this 6 and this 6 you're adding to get the 10 here. And for that point, the 5 and the 10 would add to 15. So we're going to keep on moving. I'm going to do along the bottom here next. So for that point in this little rectangle, 10 and 6 add to 16. 11 and 16 add to 27. 13 and 27 add to 40. Notice how the numbers are getting big fairly quickly now. For that point, 16 and 40 add to 56. And for this point, 17 and 56 add to 73. So let's turn our attention up here now. For that point in this little rectangle, 16 and 10 add to 26. And then for that point, 26 and 15 add to 41. So I'm going to work my way along here now. So for that point in this little rectangle, I'm adding to 26 and 27 to get 53. 40 and 53 add to 93. And for this one, 56 and 93 add to 149. And for that point, 73 and 49 add to 222. Now I can't do this one yet because I have to know that, and I have to know that first. So let's go over here. 53 and 41 add to 94. And 93 and 94 for that one add to 187. For this point, 149, 187 add to 336. And for this point, we add the 222 and the 336, and that is 558. So that means that there are 558 possible paths to move from the start to the finish if you're only allowed to move up and to the left. And that's the end of the tutorial.